Do you have a branding guide on how to behave in an interview? No? Maybe you should. Most candidates walk into interviews armed with memorized answers and a bit of hope, but the ones who stand out, the ones who actually get hired, they take a much smarter approach. They craft clear, consistent narratives that align perfectly with what the company is really looking for. Somebody who not only can do the job, but already sounds like they belong there. And here's a perspective shift that most people miss. Companies invest enormous time and resources building branding guidelines for their products and services because they understand that consistent messaging builds trust, drives engagement, and wins loyalty. So why is it that so many candidates skip the same level of strategy for themselves? This video is going to be your solution to that blind spot. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Charlie, an interview coach with over a decade's experience coaching candidates from all levels to land some of the most competitive roles in the market, from big tech to pharma, finance to government. I teach you how to put together your experiences to sharp, to the point stories that check off the interviewer's boxes whilst also working on relieving those pre-interview nerves and jitters. Today, we're going to be diving in one of the most overlooked tools in your interview prep, your personal branding guide. It helps you tailor everything from the words you use, the energy you project, so that each answer reinforces why you're a best fit for the role, the team, and the company culture. I'm going to walk you through how to break down the job description, extract the company values and expectations, and then map that into behavioral stories that feel less like answers and more like proof. And this isn't theoretical. We're going to be working on a real example using the question, tell me a time you improved a process, drawn from Amazon's business analyst role in the previous video. If you missed that previous video, you can find the link above or in the description. So grab a pen and let's build your strategy from the ground up. Let's begin with why. Why create a branding guide in the first place? You see, the thing is around 90% of candidates just prepare and deliver generic answers for the interview. That 10% of great candidates deliver brand vision and a clear image of who they are, not simply what they've done. Think of your branding guide as a script supervisor on a film set. It ensures consistency across every scene, or in your case, every answer. The right tone, the right themes, the right keywords every single time. So, what goes into a branding guide? I break it down into 7 parts. Core traits to embody, the personality attributes that they're screening for, like curiosity or resilience or precision. Mindset and behavioral style, how do you show up? Do you own problems? Do you thrive under pressure? Do you work iteratively or autonomously? Next, we have action verbs to integrate, what the role does. These verbs guide the language in your STAR stories. Things like automated, optimized, collaborated, or deployed. Next, we have role priorities, what the company is hiring you to fix or improve. These are clues in the job description, like eliminate inefficiencies or enable better insights. Technical alignment, these are the tools, processes, or systems mentioned. They give your examples credibility and signal relevance. Next, we have soft skills, often embedded between the lines. These might include emotional intelligence or stakeholder management or adaptability. And lastly, we have cultural fit. This is the tone from the job description. Are they fast-paced and disruptive, collaborative and mission-driven, or process-heavy and regulated? Now let me show you how to extract each one of these. Let's pull up the Amazon Business Analyst job description. I've highlighted some key phrases so that we can dissect them together. You can download the job description using the link in the description. So step 1, we want to extract their core traits. Look for adjectives and descriptions of the ideal candidate. In Amazon's case, the job description says, analysis experts. This points to analytical thinking, or leverage a variety of platforms, meaning adaptability and technical curiosity. Next, we have build contextual knowledge. They want somebody who's thorough and committed to learning. And then finally, communicate findings with the most effective and influential methods. That's storytelling and influence. Add each of these traits to your guide. Step 2 is mindset and behavioral style. What posture do they expect? They use words like actionable insights, scalable tools, timely, meaningful, consumable information. All of this implies a fast-moving, iterative, and ownership-driven environment. They want people who don't wait for perfect, but who iterate, test, and ship quickly. Next, we have step 3, action verbs. Here's a cheat. Most job descriptions unintentionally give you a list of verbs to use. In the Amazon's post, we can see things like convert, leverage, build, ensure, communicate, develop, drive. These are the DNA of that role. Verbs that you'll mirror in your STAR answers to show alignment. Step 4 are the role priorities. Look for goals. In this case, convert data into actionable insights, drive business decision making, improve processes. This is what you're going to be measured by, so your stories need to show that you've delivered these kinds of outcomes in the past. Step 5 is the technical alignment. You see, they mention things like variety of data platforms, automation solutions, data visualizations. Even if you don't have every single one of these tools listed, speak to the type of work that you've done, like automation, reporting, tooling, using the same language. Step 6 are the soft skills. Now, there's nothing in this job description that screams that they want somebody with empathy, but it does emphasize communication, cross-functional decision-making, and visualization, which implies influence without authority, stakeholder alignment, translating data into business stories. And lastly, we have step 7, which is the cultural fit. Finally, you want to feel the vibe of the company. The job description in this case is direct, concise, results-oriented. It's very Amazon. It's not warm and fuzzy, so your answers should show data-backed results, frugality, and customer obsession, rather than too much storytelling fluff. Now that you've pulled everything together, we want to lay it out in a guide. I recommend this format that you can see on screen right now. Next, we want to bullet out all the behavioral styles. Work autonomously but cross-functionally. Bias for action. Iterate quickly, ship often. Own the problem, not just the task. And then lastly, we want to list out the verbs, the role priorities, the tech, the soft skills, and the culture. Now, let's put this all together using the question that we used before. Tell me a time that you improved a process. Here's where your branding guide is going to become so effective. You're going to take an experience and frame it using the STAR+HR format. But now, instead of telling a story, you're going to embed the company's language in how you tell it. Your action verbs, they come from the job description. Your soft skills, lined up to the tone. Your personality traits, emphasized to reflect their values. And the result, matched to their priorities. So instead of saying something like, I worked on a reporting tool to help my team, you're going to say something like this. I developed and automated a scalable reporting solution that reduced decision-making time by about 40%, allowing the business leaders to act on timely insights. This mirrors the type of outcome Amazon emphasizes in the role. That's alignment, that's branding, and that's what's going to get you remembered. So here's your action plan. First, we want to download the job description, highlight every trait, verb, and priority, build your branding guide with the 7 categories we discussed, rewrite your STAR+HR answers to reflect the elements, and then practice speaking their language until it feels second nature. So there we have it. Now you know how to take the job description, reverse engineer it into a personal branding guide, a tool that not only shapes your STAR+HR answers, but elevates your entire interview game. While other candidates are crossing their fingers and retelling old stories, you're going to be speaking their language and mirroring their values and solving their problems before they even ask. If you found this video useful, I'd like to invite you to take a second right now and click that like and subscribe button. Your subscription is completely free and it's the best way for you to show your support to me and the channel, encouraging YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn to share it out to a wider audience. It's just here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.